Welcome back, LMS portal. Dr. Kavitha for BA Optional English 4th semester. Section Prose, session 37. This is the next session of the short story Heroine, written by D. Jayakanthan. Getting to the pre-reading of the text, we came to know that the protagonist is the character Madhuram, who is a devoted wife, a mother, and a homemaker. Women who sacrifices themselves to their families are the true heroines in true life. However, men who do not recognize, like Madhuram's husband, and Madhuram is exposed to the sufferings of betrayal. In due respect, Madhuram makes unexpected decisions that changes everything in her life is what we are going to look into the story. Before getting to the main story, let us see the interpretation of Jayakanthan portrays of his women characters. Jayakanthan finds women themselves caught up during the changing times. Perhaps his skill to lay in identifying and articulating the special nature of women who fights the conceits of the set social stigmas where they are exposed as superwomen. The protagonist, Madhuram, also belonged to the set category, who is all set for new considerations in women status. Now let us get into the edifice of the story. Madhuram, who is the wife of Sitaraman, she is a homemaker and she does all the household works and loves her husband immensely. But Sitaraman, who has a good job, who earns good enough for the family, gets into an affair with his colleague Kamala. And Kamala tends to meet Madhuram and begs her to share her life so that Kamala could be an expected second wife to Sitaraman. All of a sudden, when Madhuram was exposed to the reality, she becomes very conscious about her rights, which is true to the fact that no woman would like to share her husband or life with any other woman. She straightaway opposes Kamala's decision of becoming a part of her family, and she warns her husband, saying there is no room for him in this our house anymore. She turns Sitaraman out of the house, saying that she is good enough to manage herself. Madhuram shows her husband the way to the door to get out of the house. Kamala is shocked by the attitude of Madhuram, who is an illiterate, to have so much of courage to throw her husband out of the house. And here Kamala realizes that women cannot have such kind of affairs, and she understands her mistake and she breaks up with Sitaraman. So this is the story structure of Jayakanthan. Now let us see how troubled men are in Jayakanthan's stories. They are exposed to vulnerability, and often men vacillate between overwhelming authority and overpowering guilt. Here, Jayakanthan takes the readers through an intense mental journey, sparking with several important questions and thoughts in the process. And that is where he created the character Kamala, where she herself questions her consciousness. So now let us come to the irony of the story. Hero is the nickname given to Sitaraman by his colleagues at the office. He acts in all the plays staged at his office, recreational club. He is always the hero and Kamala as his heroine. But beyond the play, Sitaraman thinks or wants Kamala as his heroine in his real life. Here we can understand that Sitaraman never valued the role of his wife, and he took her kindness and innocence for granted. So here Jayakanthan shows the real hero and passes the message that strong women can achieve anything in life and can survive without depending on men. So now let us see a caption titled Heroine for Hero. It's a concept. It is firmly believed that the solution for women to fulfill their true potentiality is to find liberty. A strong woman, first of all, shall get free from her anguish and must feel pride of her apprenticeship in case of abandonment, which will lead her to liberty and survival independently. Madhuram achieved this liberation by utilizing her self-knowledge to free herself from all her unprincipled husband and his dishonest nature. Madhuram remains as a heroine for hero for whole of her generation and remains as an embodiment of freedom and liberty. So here I just want to end up this session by saying that freedom for women is not by resisting the temptation to remain ignorant to their rights. Madhuram fights her rights, which we will be again seeing in the next session. Thank you.